So, based on the first frame of this video, I think we're getting straight back into it. This poor bastard. Look at him, man. He's not having a good time down there. I assume it's not just that you're trapped in the body of an animal, but you have your intellect maintained. I assume your intellect also devolves, so you just think you're a frog. Because otherwise, wouldn't he be trying to escape? He's not tied up anymore. I would be trying to get the hell out of there. Although, if you leave, you stay a frog forever. So maybe I would bide my time. Hope he changes me back. So I guess we can't judge too much. It depends on how intelligent we think this person is. Probably not much. He didn't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed here. But it's a good question. Do you maintain your sentience, your intelligence, when you're changed against your will? Now, if you change into an animal, you probably do. But if someone else changed you into an animal, you don't. I know in Buffy, when you change into a rat, you just have a rat intellect. You don't have a human sentience, right? So, all right. Well, either way, let's find out. We're going on one. This is 1:30. There will be a character pyramid at the end of this. Three, two, one. You done talked, man. You gave everything up already. You have to turn him, man. You can't like let them run around talking about what you just did. I can tell. You're keeping him prisoner inside the frog. Excellent. Can I get a bathroom break? No. Where are we? Are we still inside the frog, or like you underwater? They're always in a bad mood. Oh. Oh, what the hell? Is this how we're going to transport the information? Yeah, you'll never see him again. I see. That's what he meant by Naruto's key. Hmm. I'm not being lectured by the likes of you. Yeah. Oh, another flashback? Seriously? Interesting. There's a lot of foreshadowing going on here. You just question everything, don't you? Pizza tonight? Are you serious? Shit. Right. Perhaps. Ah, he's giving old barbershop man energy. I think so too because you did it with your own son, right? There's ego there. Look at him. He's pissed. It was put on him. Yeah, that makes sense. Somebody put it. Somebody aimed it at the city. Right. Who would it have been? The leader, maybe? I don't tell you everything, Frog. Hmm. What are you, Froppy? Ribbit, that is ridiculous. You really are a dick. That's where they had the fight, right? Those two statues facing each other. Oh shit! Here we go. So is there, we are we implying that the one he's talking about is Todd Supreme Leader, Toby, Toby Supreme Leader? Interesting. Intercutting isn't necessarily implication, but most of the time it is. You're disgusting. Ribbit. I like his disguise jitsu. That's a good way to dispose of the prisoner. Send him to the Leaf Village. Shit. Busted. Oh yeah. Boy, you dead as hell. How long was this cold open? Almost it was 6.5, at least 6.5 minutes. How would I rate his spy skills? Interrogation, 5 out of 10. Infiltration, that is like actually getting into the location. I mean, that was really good. So that was like a 8 out of 10 at least. Let's see. Information gathering. There's what they call passive surveillance. You're just looking around. He didn't really do much of that. He's mostly like doing active surveillance where he's trying to talk to people. That's more dangerous. I don't think he did a very good job there. Probably about 5 out of 10. But he's done a good job connecting the dots. His problem is he attracted too much attention to himself. And sometimes you just don't know. You don't know which landmine you're going to step on, right? Because he didn't know speaking the old leader's name, Hoagie or whatever. He didn't know speaking the name would attract so much attention. But I would just naturally talk in a low tone of voice where passerbys can't overhear anything, right? And because she pulled the whole gamut, what's that? And you naturally speak up without thinking about it. I think that was where he really screwed up, and that's where word came out and drifted to the top, circulate to the top. Word that there was an interloper here in the city. Plus, they were aware somebody come in because of chocolate, right? That was another problem. Yep. Wait a minute. Jesus, man, that's dark. The hair color. Are these two of those three kids? Damn. Shit, it is, isn't it? No hesitation whatsoever, man. They are down the dark path. He's about to get two times, man. I do think he's going to die, but I don't know, man. This feels a little early in the process. Doesn't feel like he's learned very much, you know? I was expecting to get some earth shattering knowledge before anything happens. Damn, man. Let me burn all that paper up. Good job, clone. You look great. Really? You're hitting on her? She's a kid, dude. When you knew her. Like, that is kind of wild. Wait, that's really him? That's really him? I thought that was a clone. I thought he was in the frog going home. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. You know who it is at this point, right? Paper burns. That's not good for you. Fat chance. What do we worship here, actually? Yeah, like I said, certain styles. I forget what they call it, but it's like the earth, wind, whatever. Some have weaknesses against others, right? I would think paper has a huge weakness against fire. Is paper considered earth? Now you're just evil. Yep. You never went to look, find out what exactly happened to him. That's more failure. No, what you shouldn't have done was abandon them. Yeah, I remember what he said. You don't owe me a favor for that? You should regret abandoning them. Hey, surviving by evil, man. You hurt my feelings. Mercenaries. Hey, man, that's where the power at. You're about to get two time, dude. Like, it's time to go. Wait a minute. We're saying he's the redhead. He's the white kid, the white haired kid. Where's the redhead? Hmm. I would have called. I thought he was obviously the redhead, and then the leader was him. Clearly not. The leader must be somebody a lot older, right? And probably that other person they were talking about at the end of the last episode. Yep. Oh shit. He's using his hair to good effect, ain't he? Get that shit out of my face. Hey man, if I had hair, I'd like to use it as a weapon. Yeah, that's my question too. I guess he's been dead a long time. Yeah, I guess so. Why the hair color? It's so confusing. Does that look red to you? Guess you got hair dye, right? It made me sad. You sound weak, old man. eh, Delusions of grandeur, anyway. Human. You don't think you're human anymore? He's stark raving mad. Why tell a dead man the future? Oh shit. Jesus. They can't they can't wage war if they're all dead. Oh shit. Mutually assured destruction. This is a terrible plan. Hmm. He's quite mad. Well, shit. The hell is that? Is that the salamander? This is a bluff. Clearly. Big boy. This son bitch can fight. Oh, that's gonna be ugly. Interesting. You know, during my fever dreams, while I was sick last week, I had a lot of hallucinations, and not just hallucinations, but like also I had like a recurring. There was a recurring story that was going on that like because what would happen was I would sleep for like maybe 20 minutes at the most, right? Get up, have to use the bathroom, lay back down, take a while to go back to sleep for about 20 minutes. That first night was like that. It was actually awful. Just it took forever, of course. But like every time I go to sleep, I would resume this dream, and then when I would wake up again in like 20 minutes, I would like be like, okay, well that's the next piece. It's almost like I was getting installments, right? So the recurring story that was happening was there was this Congress that had formed, and there was some kind of a god or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what the entity was. It was some kind of entity. That was like, look, we're tired of all your systems of government being shit, failed. Like, I want somebody to step forward and give me an idea for a new form of system of government that has never been tried in all of human history, because everything that's been tried in human history has failed. So somebody come up with a completely new way of governing that nobody's ever seen before, that nobody's ever tried before. And so somebody would step up and they would basically describe democracy, and this entity would kill them right there on the spot. It's like, no, that's been tried before, it failed. And then somebody would like suggest something like uh, monarchy or communism or despotism, or like all the forms of government that have been tried in human history. And each time they say that, they'd be killed. And this is happening over the course of a bunch of different dreams. People would try to say other stuff. And so it was my turn. And I was like, well, what about a duology? And they said, well, what's this? What's going to continue? So instead of my idea was, instead of one king, you have two kings. Typically, it would be a couple. Depending on orientation, it could be the same, gender, or maybe the opposite genders or whatever. But it didn't matter. But basically, it'd be like a couple. And so the way that they would govern would be the two of them would have to come to an agreement about the best thing to do through conversation. So, because like three people, two people can outvote the third 2-1, but that's not an agreement. That's just two people ganging up on the third person. When you have a duology, two people, like it's a 1-1 vote. It's a tie if we don't agree. So you have to talk to each other until you agree. This is the tax plan that will work. Just two people, not a bunch of voices, not three, not 10, 10 where like it could be a 5-5 tie. No, it's just two. Only two. These two people have to come to an agreement before we proceed. And so that would make a measured, compromise system where nobody's being bullied, nobody's being ganged up on, and both members are happy with what they come up with, or they don't agree. And this system of government take forever to get anything done. But it's a system that as far as I know, just I haven't studied all of human history, but as far as I know, that's never been done. And the NT is like, okay, that's something I've never heard before. Go ahead and try it. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll come back and we'll try something else. And that's about all I remember of this series of dreams, right? But it was I cut a lot of crap out. It was very lengthy and stuff. But the premise there kind of works here. This is what it reminded me of. you want peace, but in all of human history, so many different things have been attempted to achieve peace, and none of them have worked because we keep going back to war. So what we need a completely new idea that's never been tried before, not the same idea we try again. Now, I don't know what that new idea would be, but I think that's the approach you need to take in things like this: systemic, long-term, historical issues. And there's a few of them that we as a society struggle with. I think we need to take an approach of trying something that has never been tried before. And if it fails, then we try something else that's never been tried before. I think the days of trying the same shit that's been tried before and I'll make it work when people smarter than me and better than me didn't make it work. I think those days are over. They should be over. Now, I'm just talking about a fever dream here. I don't think a duology would actually work, but as a government, and we're not, but in this case, we're talking about what would work as a way to achieve peace for our time. Well, I mean, everything that has been tried in our own human history and everything that's been tried in their history has not worked. Now, I'm not saying that his proposal would work, but I don't think his proposal has been tried before, so that's kind of interesting, right? I thought what he was talking about was mutually assured destruction, which has been tried here in our world and has not really worked. It kept great nations from fighting each other again, which I guess is a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. But we still have war here in our world. That's not what he's talking about. He's just talking about wiping a bunch of people out and making people so afraid of war it'll never happen again. That's been tried before, I think, actually, now that I think about it. Let's make war so costly, so horrible, that people will never do it again. Well, what do you think World War One was? World War One was a horrible ass, costly, nasty, prohibitively expensive as in terms of human life war. And yet we got World War Two. So I'm going to reverse what I just said a couple minutes ago. This has been tried before and it does not work. New idea. New ideas only. We're not rehashing old shit that doesn't work. All right, well, character pyramid coming next. Before that, though, I had stopped and I was talking about the reveal of who these people were. So I'll hand off to that next, and then we'll do the character pyramid after that. Wait a minute. The hair color. Are these two of those three kids? Shit, it is, isn't it? The three kids. There's him with the red hair. She even has the flower. I had to pause. Like, I'm gonna have to I need to. This was probably obvious to everybody else because of the hair color. But didn't she also, as a kid, have the flower in her hair? These are those kids. Holy shit. Holy shit. I figured one of them for evil, not all three of them. That means the third must be the great leader, right? And he has the eye. So Toby slash leader is that third kid. Wow, him teaching those three kids and then abandoning them like that, man, he created everything. He created this entire scenario. Like you talk about like Obi-Wan Kenobi basically creating Darth Vader. Spoiler alert. This dude created a team of three. No shit. Wow, I'm an idiot. I don't know why the hair color thing, man. That should have been obvious from the very beginning, from jump. It wasn't until he said how nostalgic. Wow, that just is blowing my mind. I said off-screen deaths mean nothing in a show like this, but I assumed one out of three, the kid with the power, would be the problem, and the other two probably got betrayed and killed. Right? It just never occurred to me it'd be all three of them. Damn. Okay, well I'll go back and rewatch the scene from the beginning, and then I'll stitch it together in editing. But like, has they've gone full evil, man. Like they don't give it. They're gonna have to kill him, and they don't give a shit. Which I assume one of the biggest issues here was the fact he just abandoned him after 3 years. That's why you don't take on shit like this. You don't take on something like this unless you can go all the way. You don't start helping people, especially people like this, helpless kids. You don't start helping them unless you can keep helping them for a long period of time. Right? You're taking on a like you don't adopt a dog unless you can take care of a dog for its entire lifetime. Like that's what you're taking on when you adopt an animal or you try to start helping somebody like this. If somebody needs a massive amount of help, like you have to sign on to all of that or none of it. And I'm kind of surprised he didn't take them with him. They're orphans. He should have said, "Hey, do you want to come with me? You can come to the Leaf Village, assimilate there. I assume they allow immigrants, and then you would see me anytime I come back, right?" Like that's what he should have done. I guess maybe why he didn't is because of the war. They would be immediately involved in the war if they had come with him. But leaving them to their own devices, even if they were now like 15 or something, just doesn't feel like that was a move. Wow. Just, I'm slow sometimes. What can I say? Because the not only was the hair color the same, which sometimes can be, it doesn't mean anything. But it's why I made that connection between Naruto and his father was because they kind of looked the same, but also they had the exact same hair. But she still has the flower in her head, man. Like, come on. Like, they might as well have held up a sign, "Hey, by the way," or done the really bad anime trope where they show the adult face and then superimpose the kid face. I hate that so much because you're leading the audience by the hands. Pretty much, clearly, I needed that this time. It's crazy. Okay, here we go with the character pyramid. We're going to do some more backstories this time. I don't remember Jara getting backstory before this. What was that? He must have at some point. Anyway, but I'm gonna this current batch of backstories. I'm actually gonna make it like him, Pain, and whatever red blue hair's name is. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give it the acronym JP V for Violet. I think it's Violet hair. So JPV, and I gotta say, I absolutely love their backstory. So it's their combined backstory, their time together is what I'm talking about here. And then him separately. Oh man, this is tough, man. Damn, this is tough. This is really getting tough because I want everybody on that second level and we can't do it. Because he got some extra backstory himself, which I really liked before he met them. That I thought was cool. But damn, I guess Sasuke is going to have to drop to the next level. So then the question will be which one of these is better. I guess Sasuke is going to have to drop behind me, man. This is tough. These are all some great backstories. But yeah, this combined backstory is fascinating. I love it so much. It was short, but like it's just very intriguing, and it has such implications for now. What's going on right now? Yeah, I think that's where we're at. It's gonna be hard to beat Kakashi's backstory, but like if this gets any better, it might get up to that top spot. All right, so villains. We've got new villains to add here. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to take Deidre out of here. He's dead. I think we're pretty confident he's dead. Who the hell is white hair? I have no idea who the hell I mean by white hair. Shit. I must have really liked him. Tell you, this is a real Mickey Mouse operation I'm running here. Well, I just don't want to be spoiled, man. Like, I don't want to Google all these. Like, I was just thinking, should I Google violet-haired girl with pain? But it might throw some shit up there, like death date or something, or, who knows what images you're going to get, man. So, it's better to not. But damn it, man. I have no idea who the hell I mean by white hair. Like, that could be anybody. Well, okay, well, I think. Who the hell's Curse Boy? Oh my god. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait. Are these Sasuke's buddies? Oh, okay. Jesus effing Christ. Okay. Cursed Boy is the one with. Okay, I got you. The glasses girl is what made me make the connection. He has three buddies, right? Glasses girl, white hair, and Cursed Boy. Okay. Holy shit. All right. Well, in that case, now I know what's going on. I'm putting. I think Pain's a badass, and I think I'm going to call him Great Leader. I'm definitely intrigued. We know he's powerful if he's on top, but I love the whole subterfuge of him being Toby. Why the hell would you do that? Why would you go through all that? Who has the time for all that, by the way? It's like these people that have like extra internet accounts. That back in 1998 to about 2002, I was on a message board, and this is back before they could do stuff like find out exactly where you're posting from and stuff. And there'd be these people that have multiple accounts with different names and stuff, and they'd be agreeing with each other, and they'd gang up on people, and it's just they're called sock accounts, right? And it was a lot of fun to try to figure out who the sock accounts were, and you could always do it because some of them were just not good at being different personalities, and some of them would have certain little things. They would misspell a certain word, like location. They would flip the I and the A every time, and this is also back before autocorrect. And so this person would always make that mistake when they use the word location, but then so would the sock account, and that's how you get them, right? That's one of the ways you can figure it out. And then and a lot of times it would just be a vibe. I would just have a feeling, okay, these people are pretending to argue with each other, but it just doesn't feel real. They're bickering, and they would the guy would do this with their sock account. They would bicker with each other, so that nobody would ever suspect they're the same person. So then, when they agree with each other, it's like, well, they usually bicker with each other, but look at them agreeing with each other this time. And a lot of times it'd be a way to brigade an opinion. It's like, oh, we want to talk about sliders on this message board, but nobody else wants to talk about sliders. Well, if me and my 5 sock accounts all want to talk about sliders, that feels like there's a ground wave of support. A lot, especially when a lot of them don't like each other, but they all want to talk about sliders. Okay, we'll create a special sub forum for talking about sliders. Here you go. There we go. And then then all these people talk to each other, right? But it's just a way of swaying opinion and having influence. Back in the day, back before, I don't think it's super common these days. It may just sound like, why would somebody spend that much time creating these different personalities? And you gotta post as them every day. And nowadays we call them burner accounts, right? With like on Twitter, celebrities will do this. They'll defend the celebrity, like Damian Lillard will defend, his burner account, his sock account will defend him, and but then they forget to log out of their main account and log into the burner account, so then they'll be acting like the burner account will be posting as the official account, right? By the way, see Damian Lillard here, and it's the same format of tweet that he had done before. That's how these people get outed, right? Like, look at him, expose his burner account, idiots. But yeah, you would spend a lot of time doing it, setting up these backstories and stuff. Yeah, it used to be a lot of fun, just figuring out who it was. And I would never tell somebody my suspicions. I would always have the suspicions. Yeah, these two people are probably affiliated, and then eventually it would come out. And then what was really cool was the moderators got the ability to tell, what do they call that? I forget. It's something about like whatever the internet address is. They figured that out. They got a new toy where they could see the internet address of everybody posted, and they didn't tell anybody for about a month. And they let these sock accounts just do this shit. It's like, okay, these 6 accounts are all this one person. Well, I knew about these, but we didn't know about those. And let them do that for about a month, and then banned all there was a great night of the long knives when everybody got banned. Anyway, that's all a long way of saying that's kind of what the Great Leader did, right? He had a sock account. He had a burner account. And so he was in there tweeting as this idiot, and everybody was giving him the inside information that they would never let the Great Leader hear, and not realizing it was his burner account, right? And what's funny is this show came out about the time that was happening. I wonder if it was inspired by that. Although, I don't remember when the manga was written, though. But, like, anybody who was online from 1998 to about 2002 knows exactly what I'm talking about. If they were ever on a message board, they know exactly, it was happening on every message board out there. They know exactly what it is. bygone era. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a sock account once because I just wanted to see if I could pull it off, and I think I was pretty good at it. But it was only just I was never like in earnest about it. Anyway, so we've got Sasuke as the top villain antagonist. Do I still believe that? Pain's really, man, he jumped up the charts. He debuted in the number 2 spot. That's pretty damn impressive. Okay, well, Great Lear's got to be in the 3 spot. I think I'm gonna put. I think I'll just call her Flower Hair. That should be pretty descriptive. Let's see. We still don't know what's happening with Danzo. He hasn't been mentioned lately. I'm gonna keep dropping him down the list. Yeah, I think we're good. We've got these, by the way, of course, this is supposed to be 4, and this is supposed to be 5. I know it looks weird, they're both 3. But that's where they belong. I don't know if Orochimaru's dead. I don't know if Hiden's dead. I don't think either one of them is. Shark Boy is just not that interesting. That could change if we have some good encounters with him or something like that. So they're just kind of locked in, even though it doesn't make sense to just have 3 of them where it looks like it's mirrored one above it. But that's where we're at. As far as the heroes, I feel like he should Jiraiya should be on there because man, he's gotten a lot of screen time, and I'm really like when I'm seeing with him. So let's get him here. Put him in this spot, and we're not seeing much with any of these people up here right now, but I'm sure we will soon. And I also think Sai is also like we're just not getting anything with him, so let's drop him back as well. Tsunade, at least we're getting stuff with her. I mean, it's a combination of amount of screen time and what you're doing with the screen time. How interesting what's happening is, right? So it's a combination of the two. And right now, Tsunade's hitting both of those. She's checking both of those boxes. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now.